feel like I look a bit weird today because I have a bit of a cold. So today I'm revealing a new bag. I know that some YouTubers don't like doing one video just dedicated to one bag, but for me, I'm so passionate about bags. I like to share my little backstory. I still get really excited when I get a new bag, and I always said the day that I didn't get that feeling, I won't be spending the money on a bag like I do these days. So yeah, for me it's still a really big deal and I get really excited about it. So I'm gonna carry on doing my one video for a bag. So I'll get straight into it. So as you can see, it's from Design Exchange, a pre-loved store. You've probably heard about me speak about them before because I've been shopping there for years, literally from the first day that they opened their first store in Knightsbridge. It's literally 2 to 5 minute walk from Harrods, so really local for me, and it's somewhere where you can get instant cash for your bags and it's not consignment. So I'm always selling with them, and they've just opened a new store in Kings Road. It's not fully opened yet, not even I've seen it, but they now sell shoes and clothes. So I actually have a couple of Zimmermann dresses which you've probably seen in one of my other vlogs when I dropped them off. So if you've sold bags with them before, you can now sell designer shoes and designer clothes, and I'm actually really excited to see in the store because I've seen like a few sneak peeks from the Instagram stories, and there's a Chanel jacket I've got my eye on. Yeah, so now I'll get into the bag. It doesn't come with a box, which didn't bother me at all because I have so many extra Chanel boxes. And it's a bag that the price was really good. I wasn't looking for it, but it's a bag that I've always thought to myself, if I do see something in one of my favourite colours, I never can resist. It's just that I've never seen this colour new in Chanel. So it comes in the Design Exchange dust bag. Open it the right way. So here it is. It's the most perfect baby pastel pink with gold hardware. I really wanted pink with gold hardware. It's my favourite size. It looks like the medium, but it's actually the large. And I actually thought that this was really, really vintage, just because of the colour, not because of the condition, just because of the colour, because I haven't seen this bag in this colour before, so I thought it must be quite old. They did actually tell me, but I can't remember. Sorry, I keep knocking the tripod. They did tell me the exact date, because obviously they checked the serial number and it did have the date, and I think it was 2005, something like that. But obviously this could have been bought by the customer in Sweden or Germany or America, or maybe it was this one that I missed. So because the price was so good, I just had to have it, and I'm really into this kind of leather now. I used to always prefer the caviar when I very first started buying Chanel, and that was back in the day when caviar skin was less expensive than lambskin. And just a little tip for you, that if you ever buy a Chanel bag, if you have a Chanel bag and you go to France, mainly somewhere like Paris that's a bit more a la mode, they kind of turn their nose down at caviar Chanel bags, and that is because the reason that I told you that it used to be cheaper. It was always cheaper, and it was always quite a bit cheaper. Then it kind of just went to, like, a wallet on a chain would be £8.80. I remember when a wallet on a chain was £770 for caviar, and I remember the lambskin was £8.80. And now they're near on £2,000 and they're both the same price. So that was why they looked down on it, and the French prefer lambskin, and now I had so much experience with Chanel. When I have a nice collection, I do prefer the lambskin, and it's not as terrifying as you think it would be. The leather's actually more durable than you think. So I really love it, and I really love how lambskin ages, and this is my favourite tone of pink, and like I said with the gold, I just had to have it. So this was 1,000, like you can see on the clasp here, that it's really good condition, and because of the age, the clasp and the gold hardware is really good quality. So the newer that they are, like I have bags that are only a couple of years old, and the hardware is coming away a bit. So that's one reason why I really love shopping pre-loved, because the quality is just slightly better. And this is made in France. I know that some Chanel bags are still made in France now, but it is very rare to get a bag that's made in France. So I do love the older bags. I feel that the quality is ever so slightly better in some bags, and of course you miss colours, and this was one colour that I kind of was waiting for. So I feel like it was kind of like just meant to be. I imagine wearing this with like a chunky knitted grey knit, which you know I'm mostly wearing all the time, all black like this. I'm just really excited to wear it, and I was just walking past and I saw it on the side, and it hadn't been in for long, maybe 1 or 2 days, and I thought, if that's still there in the morning, I'm going to get it. So I did. So I'm really happy with it. The price is really good. It was 1,700, and this price would be, I haven't actually bought a classic flap in a while, but I guess that they're probably about, I bought my trendy recently and that was 3,980. So I think these ones are slightly more, if not the same. So I think the price is amazing, and I'm just so thrilled with it. I'm gonna wear it so much, and I love pastels in winter. So for me, this is the perfect time to have got it. I absolutely love it. You're going to see me wearing this so much. So whilst I'm showing you my new bag, I thought that it would be a good time to show you my other pink Chanel bag that I have. Someone mentioned this the other day to me and said, oh, you don't wear it, you only have it for sentimental reasons. This was back in the day when I didn't mind whether it was patent, caviar, lamb, I really didn't mind. Now I'm so particular on the leather. This is definitely my favourite kind of leather. You can see like the difference. I prefer this kind of pink, I prefer this kind of leather. I think it's easier to wear. Patent you think is the most durable, but it's actually the worst. If you ever was to put this back side by side to another patent bag or a pair of shoes, the colour transfers and you cannot get it out. It's embedded underneath the patent, whereas with something like this there's a chance that you could get it out. So I actually feel like they're just more hard work, really. This is a very sentimental bag for me. This is the proposal bag that Paris proposed to me with, and he got it in this colour because it's the colour of the Beverly Hills, which was where we got engaged. So for those of you that don't know that story, he proposed to me, I'll just tell you super quickly, that we were at the Beverly Hills Hotel. He sent me to get a manicure. I actually got red. And I always imagined that if I got engaged I would have nude nails, but that's how much I just didn't have a clue. He sent me to get a manicure and a blow dry. I walked back to the room in the Beverly Hills. We had this super duper room, and we weren't like travelling super luxe at this point. You know, not that we do now, I'm not saying that we do now, but it was a really big deal that we had this super luxe room, and he told me that it was a free upgrade because the pool was out of bounds, and I really believed him, but really he wanted to make it special. There were all roses. I had little notes to answer around the room, which was a riddle and led me to the next riddle, and then I went outside and there were fairy lights and it said lift up the bag. There was this bag. I thought that was the surprise, and then I turned around and he was on one knee. And it was totally the best proposal ever, and I always wanted to be proposed to, not with a Chanel bag. It was just a nice bonus with fairy lights, and he didn't know that. So that's my little sentimental story behind this. I would never ever get rid of this, even though it is patent and it's not the kind of, I have a red patent one as well, and I do still like them. I think it's nice to have 1 or 2 patents because it just mixes up my collection. But if you ever do buy patent, just know that it's not as classic, and that they are actually a nightmare if you get them stained. But that's my pink bag. Because of the colour that it is and the size that it is, I can't wear it all the time, which is why this is now perfect. And if you see, this doesn't look that great with red, this kind of pink, whereas this pale pink looks so good with red. And I love mixing baby pink and red, so I love that. So as much as this is special and I'm still going to wear it, I actually took this to Marbella with me this summer and I loved wearing it. But this is more of a practical, more wearable one. So they're my 2 pink Chanel bags. I thought it'd be good for you to see them. And I like it that they're completely different sizes. And I also had this one as well. For those of you that want to know about wallet on a chains, I used to love wallet on a chains. I think they're so underrated, and the trend at the moment is to wear that, either to hook it onto a belt and wear it around your waist, or just somehow wrap this around you, which would easily fit. And then you can tie a little knot and wear it as a belt, so it's kind of like a bum bag. That's a huge trend that's just starting. So I love wallet on a chains because they're so good for travelling. They're amazing. I always wear one when I'm at the airport. I just throw it around me. I keep my bank card, my boarding pass and my passport, so that when I get to the gate and the plane, I know exactly where it is. They're really good for travelling. They're really great for evening. They're really great for evening bags held like this. So I still swear by them. They're really great for hands-free mums and running around shopping when all you need is your phone and your card and your keys. The only reason I don't wear them as much is literally a blogger thing, that I always have my camera with me. So this kind of size bag is more practical for me because I need my camera. But if you're not a blogger and you don't need a camera, I still think that they're so great. Unfortunately, the price has really gone up for wallet on a chain. So I used to say that they're so great, they're so usable, the price is so good. I told you that I remember when they were $7.70, $8.80, $9.90, then they went to $1,200, then they went to $1,400, and they've basically gone up $200 ever since. So I would actually recommend for checking pre-loved wallet on a chains, because wallet on a chain pre-loved you can get for a really good price. I actually have a grey wallet on a chain from Designer Exchange, and it's the old one with the big CC. It was such a good find. I got it for around £550. I did get that about 2-3 years ago though. So I loved finding these kind of amazing finds at pre-loved stores, because you can get a really good price, especially for something like this. It's not really a classic. This is a rose gold, pinky gold. It's not a classic leather, it's like a laser cut. These are the kind of things that you can get in pre-loved stores, and I probably would get that pre-loved rather than buy new, because they don't hold their value as much. Yes, that's the new bag. I hope that you like it. If you want to know anything about Designer Exchange, let me know in the comments below. They're opening a new store in Kings Road, so keep an eye on for me. I might do like a little shopping vlog there or something. Anything you need to know, leave me a message in the comments. I'm thinking of doing a video of all my bags from Designer Exchange, because I've been shopping there for quite a few years, as I said, and I've got so many amazing finds that I think I'm going to do all of my pre-loved bags. So it might help you as well to see which ones I got new and which ones I got pre-loved. I've had like brand new ones in the box. Last Christmas I got my diorama brand new in a Christmas packaging from Designer Exchange. So definitely look around there at Christmas time and around January, when people are like selling Christmas presents that they didn't want. It's the absolute best time to look for pre-loved bags. So just a quick little video. I hope you liked the new bag. Anything you need to know, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Just if anyone feels bad that they've got a caviar skin and I've said that it's awful, don't worry, I have a black caviar skin which I love. I would never get rid of it. And don't forget that my dove grey Chanel bag is one of my all-time favourites, and it's caviar. So don't think that your caviar bag is useless, and I hate caviar. Okay, love caviar, just, yeah. Basically, don't feel bad if you've got a caviar skin bag, because it's great. Oh, I need to say something else. It's just that if they're French, they prefer it, but it's great.